Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to another morning of meditation, a way to start your day. And today, what came to me was to talk a little bit and practice stillness. So you might have heard of mindfulness. Mindfulness is great. It's great. It kind of makes us think about bringing up our attention into something, being conscious, being aware. And I find that the greatest way to be aware is to be still inside. It's where, in my experience, we can start, or we want to start to be able to expand into that greater awareness, greater presence of mind, body, spirit, greater sense of consciousness, being conscious. How do you say that? Conscious of just conscious of what's going on, not in the subconscious, unconscious. So I was talking to a friend of mine about not touching your face. And we're told these days, if you touch something and touch your face, this is how you can get the virus or viruses. And what she said, she just can't do it. She can't do it. It's subconscious, unconscious. So we all have that subconscious, unconscious, obviously. But how do we bring that forward to be conscious in order to master ourselves? So we're not run around, buffeted, pulled, pushed by our subconscious, unconscious into behaviors that aren't for our best well-being, like a simple thing like touching your face. How do you do that? You practice being, some people would say mindful, practice being conscious, and that comes from stillness. So that's the easiest way to get there. So what is stillness? Not necessarily silence, not necessarily quiet, but there's a place inside that is like a glass lake. The surface is just glass. It's just utterly still. And we have this inside of us all the time, and we can be aware of it and let it blossom and live from that place of stillness, no matter what's going on the outside. I learned this. I used to work as a script supervisor in the film industry. It's a crew position, technical position, actually. And I was working on I think it was Sony Pictures, but it was a ninja movie. And I was working on the second unit, which was the fight unit. And we had a fight team from karate from China, Hong Kong, China. They came from all over. And Robert, we called him Robert. We don't know. He didn't really speak English. He spoke Chinese. And he was the national Tai Chi champion of China. So we were working in this where they make, at the time they turned coal into electricity in Denver. It was so loud, it was illegal to go in there without earplugs and a hard hat. It was crazy loud. And there are these big pipes, huge pipes. And then on top of that, it's a fight scene, a karate scene, and guys are going, And then on top of that, the fight director, the second unit director, is yelling at these guys over the din. And I look over, and there is Robert sitting on this huge pipe in meditation position in utter stillness. He looked like the Buddha. He looked so at peace with all this cacophony of sound, craziness going on. And he was at peace. And I said to myself, that's what I want. Anytime, anywhere, I want to have that inner peace, that inner stillness. He was utterly still. So I started practicing. And this is 1996. So what's that, I can't do the math right now. Almost 30 years ago, 25 years ago, 30 years ago. I've been practicing ever since. So I practice stillness in really loud places, airports, Chipotle, at lunchtime, restaurants, to just in a very loud place be able to find my stillness. And I practice in silence too. I live in a very quiet rural community out in the countryside and it's very quiet here, there's not always stillness on the outside because there's wind and animals and things going on, but it's more quiet and still because nature has an inner stillness, I've found, when we can resonate and attune to it. So let's practice some stillness. Ready, set, meditate. Well, we're going to have some quiet time this time. And for people that say, well, my mind starts going, that's okay. You can come back, just bring yourself back. And one way you can do that, mantra meditation, using a word, gives the mind something to focus on. So I like the ancient Sanskrit word hu, you, or who, you, and you can do it inwardly or outwardly. When your mind starts going, come back to that. Hu is another name for God. Oneness, unity, beauty. It's the hum of the universe, Hu. So I love that. I love that particular chant. So ready, set, stillness. Take a breath in. And as you breathe in, just come into your heart and let your body, mind, emotions, subconscious, unconscious, find their place of stillness. Breathe in and breathe out really slowly and easily and gently. And in with the most gentle breath in, receiving the breath and letting it flow outwardly, no effort. Put your attention on your heart and just be aware of the rhythm of your heart. And its most peaceful beating, its most peaceful, gentle way of giving you life. Feel your body just even go deeper into stillness and your mind get quiet. Now bring your attention right up to right around the third eye and back inside. And so as if there was a line between your two ears and your forehead, and back in there, there's a place like a doorway. You can feel it connect to your heart as if there was a trail or a path or an open channel from your heart right to that place deep inside your forehead, in between your ears. And watch that door just open. And there you open your spiritual ears to hear that sacred sound of you. If there's any other outside sounds like my cat wanting to chant with us, just let that go even deeper. And you can keep that sound. You can keep that sound going through your mind, emotions, subconscious, unconscious. Any outside sounds around you or in this video, just let them help you go back into stillness. And you can practice this in your everyday life as well. This is the place where wisdom comes forward, so that any decisions you might make come to stillness first. You might keep that sound going of hue if your mind starts wandering. Put your attention right there on your forehead, sometimes called the third eye chakra, energy center it means. And your attention on your heart and that connection between your heart and your third eye. And let's just take a few minutes in this beautiful, blissful place of peace and stillness to let that stillness just wash over us. And I'm going to let my cat out, who is knocking on the door. Let the stillness continue to wash over you as you surrender and relax into it. And as you cultivate this inner center of stillness, you'll find a great place of peace and loving, that sense of well-being, joy, even bliss, transcendence, where you can ride above the fray, understand it, be a part of this human life and your life, and yet ride above any slings and arrows of outrageous fortune in Shakespeare's words, any hurdles, can ride in that field of grace, which you can find in the stillness, right at your fingertips, so present that wherever you are the eye of the storm, you are that peaceful center for yourself and for others. And you practice this stillness every day, even just for 15 seconds before you get out of bed. Connect with that stillness and listen for its wisdom, for its sound, for the hum of the universe, the song of creation. I'll hear your own song, the song of your own soul. Its music, its expression, its place in the symphony of humanity, its joy in its destiny, It's upliftment in your service in the world. Take a breath in and follow your breath. Feel your body. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your soul. And when you're ready, you can just come back to the room. Stretch. And we'll see you next time. The blessings already are. Namaste. Vibhushvishan.